Hey, this is Parker back with an Atlanta real estate market update for October 2024. And this month, rather than focusing on the numbers, median sales price, new listings, things like that I usually talk about, which are very important, I wanted to just give you a feel for what it's like to be a buyer in the market right now. And I wanted to tell you why right now is actually a pretty good time to be shopping. So interest rates started coming down in September. Then unfortunately, we got bad news. Unemployment was high, inflation was high, and guess what? Rates shot right back up. So we had this little dip in the market. We went from, mid sixes down to mid fives. All of a sudden, we're back up in the mid sixes. So I talk a lot about these microscopic moves in the market and how just on any given month, you can have very good or very bad timing. Now, right now, what I'm seeing on the ground, I'm working with a bunch of different buyers and I'm seeing a lot of houses. The problem is that people put houses out on the market that aren't market ready. In a normal real estate market, people would be willing to take on a project, like a little old lady house. Maybe you just need to paint it and refinish the floors, something like that. People will take that on in a normal market when interest rates are low. But right now, the cost of borrowing is so high that people expect more or less perfection if they're going to put their money down and buy a house. I'm not seeing a lot of perfect houses. In fact, I'm seeing a lot of houses on the market where people do the most ridiculous things. They won't even clean the house. They won't even sweep the floors after they move out and put the house on the market. They won't bother to do anything to freshen up the house. It's crazy. So as a result, there are a lot of houses out there that I think are frankly going to go below market value. In addition to that, all these gyrations in the market have, I think, kind of discouraged a lot of people. It's gotten people very frustrated. I'm seeing fewer and fewer people in the market. So right now, I'm talking about little microscopic moves in the market. There's more supply in the market than there is demand. I mean, at least based on what I'm seeing. I'm not talking about houses that are disasters. I'm not talking about houses with foundations that are caving in or anything like that. I'm just talking about being open-minded to, okay, this house is really scruffy, but is the neighborhood good? Is the street good? Does it have good schools? Is it close to grocery stores? Is it close to all the other amenities that you're going to need to live a happy life? The answer, for the most part, at least on the east side of Atlanta, where I do most of my work, is yes. There are. So there's properties out there right now that you could take on, and I think you could get them for below market rate. I'm talking properties that have been sitting on the market, 45, 60 days, 75 days. They've been out there a while, so the sellers at this point are probably ready to capitulate. So it's just a matter of the timing when you're in the market. That's one thing, getting a good deal on the property, because it does need work. And the third thing is having the resources that you would need in order to take that property from diamond in the rough status to diamond status. That's where I come in. My wife is an interior designer. I've mentioned this before. She does a lot of work with me on my listings and also a lot of other realtors to do what we call pre-listing preparation. So we take these houses that I'm talking about and we give them the shine and the polish they need to sell very quickly in the current market. And oftentimes, and this is not an exaggeration, I've taken houses and increased the sale value by 20-25% just by doing this. When I say that, I'm talking about the difference between what a house would sell for in its current kind of rough, scruffy condition and what it would sell for after we fix it up. And often that spread is at least 20, sometimes 25%. It's really remarkable. So what I'm saying to you is that if you're willing to take on a diamond in the rough property, polish it up, get it back into condition, you might be looking at an instant 20% equity in your new home. We've got the complete package here. We can help you find the property, identify it, get it under contract, get a good price on it. Then we can give you a complete design plan, everything from the paint colors to new lighting fixtures, new plumbing fixtures, anything you need to make that house A+. And then we've got the contractors, we've got the trusted resources that can do all of the work for you, that can implement the plan for you and give you a house that, number one, you're comfortable, you want to live in, but also you've got some instant equity in the property. So I hope that gives you some food for thought in your home search process. You know, not every house is perfect, but sometimes you find bad houses in very good locations. I consider myself, I bought a bad house in a good location, and we've been here 22 years. We love it. So keep your mind open. You can walk into a house and it can be a bit of a disaster because the sellers didn't bother to clean it up, but it really might not take that much to turn it into a great house in a great location. So as always, if you're thinking of making the move to Atlanta, buying in Atlanta, selling in Atlanta, investing in Atlanta, feel free to reach out to me. My contact information is in the box below. Also down in the description box, we have some playlists of some of our best feature videos on some of Atlanta's most desirable neighborhoods like Buckhead, Virginia Highland, Decatur, North Decatur. So check out that playlist. Watch some of those videos. That'll really help you get educated about Atlanta. And again, if you got any questions, reach out to me. My number's down below. Thanks for watching.